it's the name which is scary, right? But we need to clarify. Hydrogen bomb has nothing to do with hydrogen. That's nuclear, right? Hydrogen as a gas, we hear it's dangerous, very high pressure, and all of these things. But there are some certain aspects of hydrogen which we should understand, which actually make it safer than the fuels that we already use today, right? To create fire or an explosion, what do you need? You need a deadly mixture, you need oxygen, and you need a source of flame which comes from somewhere, right? Now, when it comes to hydrogen, it's one of the lightest elements on the periodic table. And it's actually very small, so it's very tough to keep it not leaking sometimes. But also, what it means is that if it's somewhere and there's any way in which it can go into the atmosphere, it will very quickly move out of a enclosed area, right? So the buildup of hydrogen inside an enclosed space is not as easy as it is for some other gases which are heavier than air. So basically, if there's a leakage of CNG or some other gas, the gas will start to come down and you can have that explosive mixture which you're scared of. In case of hydrogen, it will actually try to escape from all possible routes and not connect into a room, right? So that's what, in a way, makes it a little safer. There are some other qualities of hydrogen which actually make it quite safe. But having said that, it is highly flammable. So when we do manage hydrogen, it needs to be managed in the right way. Even a 2% mixture of hydrogen is enough to create a fire, right? So what you need to have is you need to have the right processes in place. You need to have the right. So basically, the industries need to get together. The know-how of hydrogen needs to be brought together in one place. And as soon as possible for hydrogen to grow, we need to have standards available, which today are still developing in the global market. So in order to be able to manage hydrogen in a safe way, you need standards in place for which industries have to work closely with the brains in the countries to make it happen, right? Second thing is that hydrogen transportation is a very important topic because you require hydrogen to be transported over long distances, and as we all said, hydrogen needs to be at very high pressure. There are different types of pressure vessels available, with type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 pressure vessels. These pressure vessels are specialized for managing hydrogen, and these are designed in a way that they keep the weight of the vessel quite low. As one of our panelists said, if you are going to have a type 1 vessel, which is completely metal, at 900 bar, the weight of the vessel is going to be heavier or 5,000 times heavier than the height. Throwing them off a 20-story building, they fall down and they don't leak, right? So the technology is there, the know-how is available. What we miss is, one is the public perception, right? Change the hydrogen bomb, bring it to a safely managed hydrogen, put processes in place, have standards available. And the second is to really understand what you need to do on the technical side. So we need to scale up the production of these pressure vessels which are used for storing hydrogen, the special case pressure vessels, which will allow that hydrogen can be transported over long distances in a safe way, right? The first time when we got into CNG, 250 bar is very high pressure. Coming from compressed air, I've seen what happens when you open the nozzle of a 10 bar pressure vessel and it can take the roof over its head, right? When you talk about 250 bar, that's already much higher, right? So a pressure vessel of 250 bar or 700 bar exploding, the person standing